Hey guys, this is Matt Graves with Construction Curiosity Newsletter, and I got another cool video Q&A with my old rugby friend from college, Alex McMyler. She is currently the director of BD at Sirius Building Company and the CEO of Archer Specialties, both companies up in Dallas. Sirius has had a couple big awards this year. They were the Dallas 100 fastest growing companies, and then they also got the best places to work by the Dallas Business Journal. So welcome, Alex.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on. It is a good time to be in construction, good time to be in Texas. So
It
it's all
is.
good.
It is. It's booming. Everywhere you go, it's booming around here.
That's for sure.
So one thing we were college friends via the rugby teams, and we kind of lost touch for a while. We kind of reconnected via construction companies on LinkedIn, and then recently I saw y'all. You started this Chicks with Sticks campaign, this golfing campaign. So when I saw that, and just kind of I knew I wanted to get you on and do like a reader spotlight with you to talk about what y'all are doing there. You kind of want to explain it?
Yeah, sure. So, obviously with the rugby connection, you can tell I'm more of a bull in the china shop type of person than like a finesse person. I've always been really intimidated by golf personally. My dad, my brother, my husband are all great golfers. My dad's 70 years old. He's a scratch golfer. So I'd watch them get up there and just nail it straight down the fairway, 300 yards or whatever, and think like I could never do that. Never. Um, and I was sitting at lunch with some friends recently who are also in the AEC industries, Lindsay Hartsock and Amora Brewerton, and they mentioned like a similar sentiment of like, we see these guys that we're working with, they're going out, they're having these great connections, great meetings with clients, with teammates, getting to spend 6 and 7 hours hanging out and having a great time. And we would love to do that, but what I would not love to do is go out and embarrass myself in front of my colleagues, in front of people I'm trying to impress, and not only like not be able to play well, but just generally not know how to behave on a golf course. Um, Luckily, I've been around it enough. I know, I at least own a collared shirt. I know not to tee it up on the green, but beyond that, like, it's not great. So, Lindsay had mentioned this group. She was part of something similar up in Chicago that called Chicks with Sticks. So, we didn't come up with the name or anything like that. We're totally ripping it off. But we were joking, like, you know what, we should just get a group of women together and go and like have some drinks, get some swings in, and like laugh at ourselves, but in a no pressure environment. And we thought we'd have, I don't know, 6 or 7 women come, and I put it on LinkedIn, and we had like 50 RSVP. So
Wow.
there's so much more of a need for it out there than we ever dreamed. And our first couple have been great fun, but also like a learning experience because we go and nobody knows what's going on. So like, if somebody is like got a terrible swing, I don't really know what to tell them to like get better. I'm just like, I just know that that's not it. So we've slowly like gained a few women that kind of have some sense of what's going on. And you know how like the algorithms work where, you click on something once and all of a sudden everything you see is ads for that. So I've started getting all these invites to go to different golfing events, women specific or not. But it's been really great because, as the business development person, I plan when our company goes to golf events. And to do all that work and then be stuck at the table mixing drinks or passing out koozies or whatever is kind of lame. Right.
That's pretty cool. So you have
oh, good.
Oh no, go ahead. Keep going.
I was just gonna say, like, part of it for me, the intimidation factor was always the feeling of like the guys don't really want us out there. And I've been amazed to see how welcoming everybody has been. I mean, even the guys on my team are like, no, you should come. Like, it doesn't matter if you're good. Come on. And I think it like speaks to maybe construction in general, where like it's traditionally a male dominated industry, the same way golf is a traditionally male dominated sport. But attitudes have changed even more than a lot of us realized. And it's a welcoming environment all around now.
Yeah, we've played a couple, recently played a couple, charity golf tournaments and stuff. I got invited to go play, and I only play a couple times a year, and it shows. The last one, no, not the last one, 2 ones ago, we literally were walking out after the lunch, and I heard our names. We had to go back, and they handed us all these little toilet bowl trophies because we literally were the last place team.
No.
So
I won't name any names, but Sirius may have been in a similar situation at the last tournament we were at. We were last place, and I'm not going to let them forget it. So, and that's to me an interesting point too. Is like I've sat at a golf tournament mixing drinks at the 13th hole or something, and I watched person after person go up there and shank it straight into the bushes, and I was like, "Is this golf? Like I can do that." If no one cares that I do that, like, yeah, let me in.
Yeah, those events, they're more about just coming out, having a good time, meeting people, and just kind of networking and stuff. They're always fun, but you guys get real super competitive on it, but the rest of the folks are just out there hanging out.
Yeah, it's probably like anything. It depends on who your group, who you're partnered with, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm starting to understand that that old saying that I've heard the guys say before, of like, even a bad day on the golf course is better than a good day at the office. So it's on now.
I was playing with the GC a couple weeks ago, a month ago, and I had my phone. I just put it up in the golf cart cubby, and about halfway through, I picked it up. She goes, "You don't do that. Don't pick that up. There's only bad news on that thing."
Yeah.
I was like, "That's a good point."
Dude, the last tournament our estimating team played in, I'm texting them because I also do marketing for Sirius, and I was like, take pictures, send me pictures, give me some content to post, and they send back pictures, and it's like one of the guys sitting on the golf course on his phone, like trying to work from his phone. Like, no, you got to get your head out of there for a while.
Oh yeah. So you think people are getting better? I mean, have you looked at getting a coach maybe, or like a golf pro to help you all out?
It's on the to-do list, right?
Yeah.
When we set out to do this, it wasn't like this event or this networking group I was trying to create. It was literally like, hey, let's all get together and have some fun. But now that it's such a large group, we need like an organizer, a planner, and like I'm not your girl. So
That's funny.
And I think, my husband's terrified that I'm gonna show up to our local golf course with like 50 women and just like ruin his name. So we've got to figure out how to formalize it a little bit better. We were lucky that Sirius sponsored one of our last events, and we just did it at Topgolf. So it was perfect. Like there's food there, there's networking, it's a safe space. They've got all the clubs you could possibly need. It was a fun time. And that's also a challenge, is because we set out to make it a golf event, not a networking event. But when you're standing there with 40 or 50 people from your industry, you can't help but stand there and network. So we do struggle with like, hey, it's your turn. Like, let's keep the ball rolling. We're going to run out of time here.
Yeah. I guess too, if you actually go to the golf course, you're going to split up into fours, and then you don't even get to like hang out with everybody anyway.
Exactly. I went to a really neat event recently. It was a women's event, and they had 2 pros there, and literally, I mean, people are starting from the ground up. At the golf events I've been at now, I've seen women swing a club, let it go, and it goes flying. I've seen somebody tee it up on the green. I've seen all kinds of crazy stuff. And it's like, if you didn't grow up around it, why would you know?
Right.
And it's great that people are getting out there.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
So, kind of switching gears on you, Sirius Building Company, congratulations. Y'all won a couple big prizes.
Thank you. It has been a lot of fun. It's been a wild ride, but they're an awesome group, and it's an easy company to sell for.
Yeah.
When, I know that anything I promise they can back up.
Right.
Basically.
The biggest thing I saw, so work aside, y'all went and did a Spartan race the other day.
I did.
How'd that go?
It was a lot of fun, and I never in my life would have thought I'd be the type of person that would describe something like that as fun, because I hate running so much. But
you played rugby. Come on.
So there was a few of the obstacles I wasn't worried about. Like the sandbag carry and this like weighted bucket. I could do that all day long. But the monkey bars. Have you tried to do monkey bars as an adult?
No, when I saw y'all doing those, I'm like, I'm out. I'm not gonna pass that to them.
Yeah. It was tough, but it was a really cool experience to do it with these people you work with, and like really see another side of people. But like to truly like work together as a team and sweat it out together, like you can't manufacture that in any sort of like in-office training.
Yeah, no, that's pretty cool. Our company does the Beach to Bay run in Corpus Christi.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, where you literally start on the beach and then it's the whole
Oh, I know.
marathon.
I'm
It's
from South
literally,
Texas. I know.
okay, yeah, for people I guess that don't know, you literally start on the beach in the sand and it's a marathon broken up into 5 legs. And each person passes the baton and you can run the whole thing and you end up at downtown Corpus Christi.
And
And
every leg of it's in the wind.
it's awful. And luckily, but whatever, I did it for the first time in May. It was last year, and I got the first leg in the sand, and it sucked. But by 8:30, by 8 o'clock, I was done running. By 8:30, I had a beer in my hand, and it got hot that day. So,
Yeah.
but our company had 3 teams, and it was a cool thing. We had a big party the night. I say a party, big get together. It's a big pasta night from the owner of the
Oh,
company. He
carve
puts it
up.
on.
Nice,
It's
nice.
the carbo load party, he calls it. And so they've been doing this for years, and this is my first time to ever get to make it down there. I mean, it was with COVID a couple of years, it was canceled, I guess, but it was a cool time just to kind of get everybody out of the office and a different type of environment. And you're kind of working together and stuff like that. So
Yeah,
it was cool.
totally. And it gives you the opportunity. I mean, I don't know if you guys did this, but we kind of created a challenge group to train
Mm.
for the Spartan. So we were all kind of checking in on each other in the months leading up to it. So it was great. Now I've got to just like buckle down and try to continue that and not just let the wheels come off and like it's the holidays now and get right back to my old habits.
Yeah, a couple guys teamed up and they were running together. I had all the intentions, and I woke up and the race was a week out. I was like, this is gonna hurt.
Yeah.
This is gonna hurt. But
Awesome.
we're gonna I'm trying to keep these newsletters a little bit shorter. They've been running
Okay.
really long with big stuff. But is there anything else you want to touch on or shout out to anybody?
Um, Not that I can think of. Thank you so much for having me. I'm super jazzed for you for this like newsletter and this thing that it has grown into. It's incredible. And um, more than once now, I've like overheard someone on the estimating team like talking about the newsletter. Justin, our president, emailed it out to the staff and was like, if you haven't signed up for this, you need to. There's really good content in here. So
Appreciate that.
you're speaking to exactly who you I think are trying to reach is these younger people in the construction industry that don't know what we don't know, but we're hungry to hear it.
That's what this newsletter, when I first started, it was Construction Curiosities, because I didn't know what the hell I was going to write about. And it was going to write about anything, it felt like. And I've kind of realized that that's sort of, I think, what's resonating with most people is kind of that, the people kind of fresh entry to mid-level that don't know what they don't know. And just, a couple guys have said, man, it's something I've always thought about Googling. I just never went and did it. I'm so glad you wrote that. And I'm like,
I think about the asbestos thing that you did all the time. Because like how many times a week do you hear the word asbestos? But like until I, read your newsletter and watched that video, it was the boogeyman.
I posted that on Reddit. I'm getting roasted on Reddit. I gotta stop that. But I posted on Reddit and
That's what Reddit's for.
Oh, it is. I got thick skin. It's fine. But like downvote you to the oblivion. I'm like, I got it, man. Asbestos is bad. I got it. So all right, well, we're gonna wrap it up there. Thanks, Alex. I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Thanks.